I'm professional mountain biker Ryan Petrie.
And I'm professional cyclist Alexi Ramulin.
We searched the country to find 3 novice bikers looking to take on the challenge of a lifetime.
We plan to help train and equip these new riders to tackle one of the hardest bike races in the nation, the Leadville Trail 100, a high-altitude event covering over 100 miles.
These riders have lots of training to do before then, as we're starting from the ground up.
Previously on From the Ground Up, novice riders Enzo, Roberta, and Shawna had their first real taste of the difficult mission ahead by spending a few days training in Boulder, Colorado. Here they worked on bike skills and had their first long-distance ride. The 3 riders also learned about the impact bad weather and elevation can have on their mental and physical state.
I feel like I'm just hyper-focused on the fact that I'm freezing.
After returning home for a month to continue training, the 3 riders now head to Leadville, Colorado to experience the race course firsthand. The Leadville Camp of Champions is a 3-day course focused on preparing riders for the Leadville 100, including riding the entire course over a 2-day period.
For 4.5 months, it's been Leadville. Like, it's this mythical place. It's this mythical thing. And so now, like, to be actually in Leadville is, I don't know that it's really sunk in yet, but it's cool.
We got into Leadville this morning to start the training camp that Lifetime puts on, and elevation's different. It takes a little bit longer to catch your breath, but feeling good. Everybody's been super nice, and yeah, just letting my body adjust little by little and trying to get the hang of this.
So you want to be pretty evenly positioned front to back on the bike. And as far as braking goes, it's going to be 60-40 ratio, rear brake to front brake.
We're gonna rock it.
The first activity after check-in that we're doing is the descent clinic. We rode up about 2 miles, and then we just did loops. It was good.
Everybody ready to have a damn good time and go up? Let's do this!
On day 2, the intensity really picks up. Today, the riders will bike a roughly 46-mile section of the Leadville course with over 5,500 feet of climbing, from the pipeline aid station to a massive climb up to the top of Columbine, the highest point on the course, before heading back down.
Columbine is definitely like the climb that I focus on the most, just because it is the biggest climb. So I'm very curious to see how it will all play out. I feel like it's going to be very hard to not want to finish it.
Being here in Leadville has made it a lot more real. It feels good. I'm excited. I'm anxious. From the beginning of this whole process, it was kind of drilled into us that it's not going to be easy.
We are at the base of Columbine. This is kind of one of the cruxes of the course. Big long climb up to 12,500 feet. So Enzo and Roberta just rolled through the aid station here. Seem to be feeling pretty good.
My goal was just catch up to Enzo.
Yeah, I got my bottles refilled. I said hi to everybody. Just gonna go for it.
So now it's all about pacing, and they're gonna really figure out how altitude makes them feel. But they both look really good. Shawna's just a little bit behind. I think she's pacing it out for sure. But we should see her here pretty soon. But overall, beautiful day. Bikes are working great. Their bodies seem to be feeling good, so no complaints here.
So I'm 2 hours into the ride, and I've done 18.5 miles. Keep the legs moving and enjoy the scenery, man.
I feel good. I feel like everything that every person in this whole project, every advice is paying off.
I'm struggling, but I'll just keep going. To be honest, my bigger worry, being able to manage going down, but I'll deal with that when I get there. plateau. I feel better. Not quite there yet, but I'm getting there. Felt good. I needed that. I needed down.
Today, like just being at elevation, it's a completely different sensation. You just can't breathe, no matter how much you want to or how good everything else feels. But it's been good. I think I've been doing good. I've been moving the whole time.
I'm really tired, but I'm happy. I want to cry, but I don't have any energy to do it. Columbine was really hard.
Eyes up, eyes up. There you go.
It was terrifying. I was so scared of it, but thankfully I had Ryan, just kind of positive reinforcement, like letting me know what was good, what was bad.
Nice and slow, eyes up, weight in the feet. You're good.
And then once we got off of the super technical stuff, it was really fun. Just trying to pick lines, feather the brakes, loose hands, heavy feet, all that stuff. There's nothing like this that I've ridden before, so it's all kind of like super cool. Gotta stay focused because the scenery is so gorgeous.
Hell yeah! That was so fun. A lot of people can put 6 hours. They did it in 6 hours.
That was so fun. That made it so worth it. That last, I don't know, whatever, 30 feet that I sprinted. It made it so worth it.
You almost feel like you're gonna die, but then somehow your heart keeps beating, man.
Roberta makes her way back down and finishes her day strong, not far behind Enzo.
The mental suffering's over now.
Meanwhile, a few hours behind, Shawna will not quit and continues to push on.
Roberta, you're a freaking animal.
What?
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, well, look at you, girl.
Nice job.
Thank you. I needed to hear that.
You did great.
Now that Enzo, Roberta, and Shawna have completed the first full day and 40-plus miles of riding, it's time to focus on recovery before tomorrow's even longer ride. This includes a new experience for Roberta and Enzo, the ice bath.
10 pounds on it, dude.
Oh my God, this is so cool.
Ice baths can have numerous benefits and help with recovery by limiting inflammation and soothing sore muscles.
But good, everything's numb.
I'm hoping that when I get on the bike, autopilot kind of kicks in and my legs just kind of kick in and start doing their thing. I don't feel sore. Like my body doesn't feel sore as much as I'm just tired. I know once I get out there in the sun and the views and everybody, it'll help. So just gonna get on the bike and go.
Day 3 of the Leadville training camp doesn't let up on its intensity, with roughly 60 miles of riding and 6,200 feet of climbing to cover. Today, Enzo, Shawna, and Roberta will face the infamous and grueling Powerline climb. While only 3.5 miles long, this small section of trail tops out with a 20% grade and has over 1,300 feet in elevation gain, forcing many riders to unmount their bikes and walk.
Out here on St. Kevin's, Shawna is definitely feeling yesterday's ride quite a bit. She's a little bit discouraged. She's just trying to get to this first aid station and then she's gonna kind of assess. I want her to see the whole course, so I'm gonna encourage her to keep riding. But yeah, this is all about pushing your limits and just giving it everything you have. So I wanna make sure that she does that today, despite, not feeling so good, because we all have those days.
Yeah, pictures don't do it justice. It is hard. Things that look like they should take 10 minutes take an hour, and yeah, it's a real monster.
We just went up power line right now, and then we're doing this climb that we descended, I guess, about an hour and a half ago, maybe more. Just trying to catch my breath.
Today, I was nervous about how my body would react after being fatigued from yesterday's events. Everything was going great. It was definitely very hard. And then I was descending down and I crashed. I was trying to practice picking my lines, and then I didn't like the line that I was in, so I pressed the brakes quite hard and went over the handlebars.
It was just such a stupid mistake, and I just don't want to get hurt because I want to.
You want to do this thing?
Roberta has injured her ribs and hand as a result of her crash. Worried she may have broken a hand, Avery, the production field producer, takes her to the emergency room.
We'd be happy to see you.
Roberta gets the news that her hand may be sore, but luckily is not broken. Meanwhile, back on the trail, Shawna, exhausted from the day before and near the back of the pack, decides it may be time to call it a day.
I'm so happy to see you.
Welcome. What can I do for you?
Nothing yet. I just need to think.
Is your crew close behind you? Solid. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm the caboose.
Enzo has been continuing to push hard on the course and is making his way back down into town. Exhausted, happy, and overcome by emotion, the day's events finally hit him as he finishes the epic ride.
I reacted the way that I did when I finished because I was just exhausted.
Thank you so much, dude.
Mentally, I had just given up on trying to control anything, finally allowing just whatever was gonna happen to happen. I was happy. I don't know, it was a huge day. That's the most I've ever ridden. Physically, this is gonna be the hardest thing I've ever had to do. In the dark moments or whatever through the course, my mind was blank. Compared to last year, that was such a beautiful feeling. It's just the sound of the bike, the rocks pinging off of it. Nothing else that's happening anywhere else in the world matters. All you need to do is ride your bike.
The next 6 weeks for me look very hard. I feel like we all, like Enzo, Shawna, and I all learn a lot from each other. And yesterday I had the privilege of being next to Enzo. We rode together for a long time. Seeing him gives me more motivation to push myself to the max in these next 6 weeks and just stay there for as long as I can.
When you started this, you set a goal to finish in under 12 hours.
Yeah.
After being out here for 2 days and seeing the course and riding the course, how are you feeling about that goal?
That's been my fight tonight. My goal is to come and do it. I'm planning on it. But yeah, I don't know that it's gonna happen. So obviously not completely come to the acceptance of that, but I'm gonna come and I'm gonna give it my best shot. I mean, I'm 47, almost 48 years old. I've never done anything like this. I'm working my ass off, and whatever I do, I'll be proud of it.
Next time on From the Ground Up, Enzo, Roberta, and Shawna approach the end of this 6-month-long journey. The time for training is over, and race day has arrived. It's time for the Leadville 100.
3,